Alright, so for my second video on Arknights, I'm going to talk about the base. So, the base is your offline material gathering thing, I guess. But most of this is actually very important. Most of it. Notice how I said most of it. Like Control Center. This doesn't do much. Your only thing you're supposed to do is level this, because leveling it lets you increase the level cap of other buildings in your base, which is only why you should level it. So yeah. And base assistant, this doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna change it to someone else. Let's see, let's change it to like Bagpipe or like Spectre. I'll change it to Spectre. Cool. So, operator, in any base facility, you can assign an operator or operators, and they'll give you benefits. Like Amiya, if you look at the left side, the skill that tells you, that also gives you the icon right here, is agreement. When it's operator assigned to the control center, all training post order efficiency will increase by 7%. Other characters have different ones, like Neural. So, yeah, control center not that important. The only thing you care about is leveling it. That's it. Alright, reception room. This is where you get credits from the credit shop. So, every time your characters find a credit, find a file, you'll obtain credits, as it says here. So, once you collect all 7, you can unlock exchange. Unlock exchange allows you to, over the course of one day, your friends can visit your base and see like what you have, and once they visit, you and them both get a free 20 credits. So pretty nice. And yeah, assigning operators will increase the speed of finding them. And certain characters like Elysium and Saria will increase the chance by less, but will also make it easier to find clues for a specific faction, like Ryan Lab, or Rhodes Island, or Ursa's Student Self-Governing Group. So yeah, that's also important to note, in case you don't have them. So yeah. Alright, workshop. Here you craft your materials. These materials are very, very useful. Build the materials for upgrading your base. The first thing you should always upgrade is the control center if you can. You need to clear story stages to unlock to upgrade it. So, upgrade materials. These are all your materials you will ever need to level a character's talents and promote them. These are all obtained from grinding and doing levels. Skill summary. These are your skill books, which you will need to level up your skills. Straightforward. Chips. Chips are only used for promoting a character, but you need quite a few of them, and you only get 1 per level, and it's a 1 between either of these in each horizontal row. So if you do the level, you will only get 1 defender or medic, so you have to use them very sparingly, because it's a waste because it uses a lot of sanity. And so you can convert them at a 2 to 3 ratio, or 3 to 2 ratio. And you see, I will use 3 medic chips to get 2 defender chips. And byproduct, right, is a chance to get another material of the same rarity. For example, this is a tier 1 medic chip. I like to call them tier 1 because they're the first tier. So if you craft this, which I'm not because I need to save resources, I have a chance that I can get another random chip of the same tier. So I can get another one of any of these chips. I have a 10% chance. And then same for these packs. And yeah. Furniture, don't do this ever, because it's a waste of your furniture, because furniture is already hard to come by, and getting rid of it does not help you at all. So yeah, that's the workshop. Now, reception room, right? No, it's the office. So, in the previous video, or no, I didn't, no, not yet, foreshadowing. So, you should already be used to recruitment by now. What the office does then, it says 0 out of 3. Once this takes up to 100%, it will give you 1 opportunity. This opportunity will allow you to re-roll what character you get to with the tags. So we go to the recruit menu. I can click recruit now, and as you see right here, it says contacting human resources. Normally I can click this if I have any refreshes. I can click this and refresh these tags. And now recruitment is actually pretty underrated, because you can get 6 stars from recruitment. I did that. I got it. I got another siege like what 5 days ago. So pretty useful. Chances are very low though. So yeah, office. Just always have someone in here. Ethan's very good to have. Orchid is extremely good and is extremely free to play. Tsukinogi is alright. Province, yeah, not so much. But if you have Ethan, which you probably don't, because Ethan's kind of expensive. He can only be obtained through those those red what's it called? Just the red tickets. And AFL is a 6 star, so not exactly free to play. So Orchid's usually your go-to. But yeah, always have an operator in here. Alright, training room. This is extremely late game. The only time you ever need a training room is when you have a character at promotion 2, which requires a ton of materials. But what you can do is you can level up a skill at using lots of resources, as you can see, to increase his numbers. So like this increases defense by 10% and recovers 4.5%. But for example, this ability is the most busted ability in the game, by the way. You can upgrade it. It costs a ton, but it triples your attack, increases your range, and lets you attack one more target, which is insane for a skill of this caliber. However, it also increases the skill points that you get when you spawn in the character, when you drop the character in, when you deploy the operator. And here is a trainee who's going to be trained. For example, let me put in someone like Exia and different materials. So switch back to Silver Ash because I'm granting materials to do it for him right now. Here you can put in a trainer. A trainer will reduce the time taken to train, because if you noticed, it takes 24 hours to train this man's skill. 24 hours is a lot of time. So if you have someone like Broca who increases the speed by 30%, you cut that speed down, that 24% down to roughly 16 hours and 16 hours 45 minutes roughly, which is extremely useful. So yeah, you also need obviously skill summaries. So that's the training room. Now dormitories. This is your basic housing. Doesn't really matter, but here you restore your operator's morale, which I'll touch on right now actually. So whenever operators in a room, for example, like any room that requires active service, like this room, reception room, the human resources, and the training room after you finish training, and any of these rooms over here, they'll be using morale. As you can see, in the dorm, you restore morale. So, as you see, I have many distracted operators. When an operator is distracted, they actually work less efficiently. So you always want to make sure your operators have some morale. And so I'll put in all my distracted operators. And general rule of thumb, if any operators are almost distracted, just put them into the thing. Just put them into your dorm. Doesn't really matter. So you put all those in, and fifth dormitory, fourth one, can't count. Put this in. Now, let's talk about this stuff. Training post, factory, and power plant. The power plant gives you basic power. That increases your power limit, which is here, these 3 power cells. What power is used for is, if you look at building mode, here you can upgrade your buildings. So, if you want to upgrade a building, it increases the power consumption, so this number gets closer to the max, and it uses materials. This stuff depends on what level you're trying to get to. And additionally, it also costs drones. Drones are regenerated naturally over time, so you don't really have to care about that. So the power plant is responsible for drone production. It regenerates over time, but if you want, you can assign an operator to make it regenerate faster. I don't really recommend it because it's kind of pointless, so just leave it the way it is. Now, training post. The way training post works is that, always have it on business strategy by the way. The way this works is that, let me add a character in, for example Lapland. If you look at our skill, Same training room as Texas. I have Texas right here. I love this skill. Skill on that guy. Okay, let's go with Exia. Order efficiency 35%. Mouse. I don't know. In Chitano. Put it in. Tells you your efficiency and it tells you how much time you have till the next order. Once the order is in, and your character and you have an operator in here, then it'll automatically claim it for you, which is very useful. Or like it'll pop up and you can claim it. So, for example, out here you click on this. It tells you how much Longman dollars you received, and yeah, you can also switch like this. So now let's select new characters for this one. Now I can put Melantha, Silver Ash, call it Anakiel. Now here, that works. So now, yeah, the easy way to grind materials in the background. Now, as of note, if you want to trade, you require something. So this requires gold, which you get by using a factory. Now the factory, let me talk about it. You input a recipe, any of these recipes. I can click this. I already have it, but I can just do it like this. Yeah. So the way this works, you put operators in, which I will demonstrate. And it will start producing. Simple as that, right? Now I'm going to put these two. Now I can put Haze and Tilopsis. Now, you can claim things here, right here. Just click collect, or you can just do this. It's a lot easier. I don't get why you would spend so much time doing it the other way. So just click on it once it appears. It'll tell you. And now, that should be it for the base. Yeah, you assign. Yeah, if you want to create your recipe, just click on this. Click on the material itself. And select a new one. Yeah. And if you have any alerts, it'll tell you right here. So it's telling me I don't have anyone working in the HR department. Just add AFEL. Because you have notifications. So yeah, if it says trust, that means that this little icon you can tap, increase your trust. If you're lazy like me, just click the blue icon itself and click trust. That's all for you. Easy. So yeah, that's my video on the base.